Hey guys, it's JP here, typical web designer. Today we're going to talk about pricing as freelance web designers. Are we to charge by the hour? Is it a fixed rate? Why do people charge $100 for a website? What do they do? And is it okay to charge more to bigger companies and to charge less for smaller companies? I'm going to talk all about that and what's the best pricing strategy to have your customers happy and for you to earn more. Don't forget to subscribe and keep watching for all the details. Let me be honest. It is perfectly okay to charge more for bigger clients. Why? They have money. Now, bigger clients, and I'm not talking about bigger clients that you're gonna just rip off like I don't know, a bakery. I'm talking like commercial people. When somebody's operating in the millions, they have a certain budget to spend on advertising, and your website is one of those things. What you don't want to do is approach one of those businesses with a $500 website. That's what I mean. So what you need to do is know your hourly rate or set a minimum. I'll start with the hourly. For me personally, my hourly rate is around $50 and that may vary based on where you live and your cost of living, stuff like that. I think in America that's a good price, and the Caribbean same thing. If you're in India and other places where the competition is high and rates are low, you could go around say $10, $20 an hour. But when it comes to my hourly rate, I tend to set a minimum number of hours worked or a minimum I'd earn for a job. Now the minimum for many freelancers is around say $600 or $1,000 or even $2,000. It depends on how capable you are and how much you know you can make based on a given budget. Some websites are more complicated, some websites they don't need much to do. Sometimes you don't even need to add code, sometimes you do need to add code. Sometimes the client doesn't even care. A lot of times people just want a website that looks a certain way, and you can use Magento, you could use Drupal, WordPress, Joomla. It doesn't really matter. Just know that you have a minimum hourly rate which your client is going to know ahead of time, and you're going to ask them what their budget is up front. Then you're going to take some time, like around a day or so or two. They get back to them and you say, this is how much it's going to cost, but don't tell them it's based on minimum fee. Just say this is how much the website is going to cost, and hit them with around, you should know how much your value is. You should price them around for an estimated number of hours worked. That's for you to work out. I can't tell you what that is, but I don't do a site for less than $800. Sometimes I want to compromise and go a little less, depends on who they are, but websites generally should not lower the industry average. They tend to take a lot of work. It's a lot of design involved, UX, UI, and especially if you put those things into consideration, you charge a hell of a lot more. One more tip, have options. For me, I have tiered pricing, but I'll give you an example. A standard website would round you off, say, $1,000. If you want to have e-commerce, it's going to cost you around $2,500 for the gateways to be set up and stuff like that. And if it's a bigger company, expect to pay around $2,500, $3,000 or even more depending on the size. But I don't stray from my ranges because I don't want to have, that can give you a bad reputation. So you want to stay within what you're known as a web designer and allow yourself room to grow without turning off potential customers. Always remember, it's okay to charge more for bigger companies. Don't worry. Don't charge too low because they will not pay attention to you. And don't charge too high because when bidding is happening, you're gone. Always set a minimum hourly rate, which is around say $30, $40, which should net you around $1,000 per website. Set a minimum website fee. Don't work for too little, or otherwise you're going to get bad clients and people are going to take advantage of you. And have options. Tier your pricing, layer different things, and if they're going to want to get those packages customized, charge them your hourly fee to add to that. So the key is to have your options and be kind of straightforward. You won't turn clients off. Don't rush anyone, by the way, to get a site done. They're not going to buy from you. That's it, guys. It's pretty simple. That's how you charge for web design. You should be getting clients that shouldn't be too turned off by you because you're fairly flexible, but you're to the point. Stay tuned for more updates, and I can't wait to see you guys next time with more videos on web design and freelance tips.